Guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a new video. This is the second video of the day. Earlier I made a video about Ethereum, and in this video we are only going to look at Bitcoin. If you like the content, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, click on the bell, click, and also if you don't miss anything, leave me a comment, share the video with your friends if you think that's useful. Also feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Those links are also in the description. Without further ado, let's really start diving in. BTC USD on the 1 hour. Not a lot has changed compared to yesterday, so we can keep it quite brief. As you can see, we still have the white arrows underneath these candles. That is still where the liquidity resides, slowly making higher lows. So if we would dump down, then we would take out the liquidity there, and then we could still trade higher. That is still a very valid scenario. But also we have some liquidity above us. As you can see, we kind of broke out of the channel that I drew yesterday. And if I take this channel out for a second and zoom in a little bit, then it's a little bit better visible. On every high there is liquidity, so there are stops, so people shorting from those highs. And that also means that if the price eventually moves higher, then it takes out liquidity out of all of these candles. So then you could really have a short squeeze at these levels. That actually also coincides with a few other very juicy levels that we still have above us. We have the CME gap, that's that green area. We almost closed it, 23,485, that's the exact top. We barely closed it. Yesterday we bounced off that very area high, as you can see, and now going lower. I think as we speak we're getting a bounce from the point of control. So if we are going up, I think it could go quite fast, also because we barely have any liquidity above us. So there could be a quick move up after the very area high. Like I said, I'm looking for the closure of the CME gap, and then the golden pocket at 23,685 and also the 78.6. This is actually a very nice area, but I also said it, I think yesterday, I would absolutely not preset a short trade there, because we could just squeeze through and then go much higher in a very fast pace, and then you don't want to be stuck in a trade. And of course, like I said, on the bottom we still have the liquidity with those arrows. I think actually also as we speak, since we're getting that bounce, that is also from the golden pocket measured from this top that we put in until this low right here. Yeah, exactly. So the golden pocket here then lines up with the point of control. So that's actually super nice to see. Yesterday we had a quote-unquote small event. Jerome Powell speaks. It was on an economic event. And you can see exactly the chart when he started talking. That was right here. Right, we started pumping up, and afterwards during the speech we already went down a little bit, and eventually we recovered most of it. I got into a long position right here, just underneath 22,900, because we had some nice confirmations, bottoming confirmations on the smaller time frame, and therefore I took the trade. Right now, of course, it's going to be a little bit tricky. If we do not bounce from here, then I probably will get stopped out soon out of the trade, but let's see if we can make it. It looks a little bit ugly here on the 15 minute. As you can see, a lot of momentum waves deeper and deeper, money flow also deeper, view up deeper, RSI deeper, so that doesn't look all too pretty. On the hourly, let me zoom in here. Is the money flow is coming up, momentum wave is going pretty steep down, but not all too bad. And also on the smaller time frames, actually we here still had bullish divergences with this drop down, but so far, as you can see, of course, nothing has played out. Let's wait for a second for this to load. What I'm also really looking out for actually is the dollar index. I have updated you on Twitter. Yesterday we already saw that we had a bearish divergence. There you see the two white lines, money flow coming down. So this played out just perfectly right at support and resistance 103.9, and also the golden pocket 103.82. Let's say 104, and that's exactly where we bounced off. This was also during the Powell speech. You can see exactly those two thick candles. That is where we had the action, and support and resistance lines even much further in the factor of time can just come into play as support and resistance. As you can see, we had it here, we had it here, and we had it here. So there's 3 times again we're bouncing off at that 103 exactly support. If we are going lower, then also here I would actually be looking for a golden pocket measured from the low to the high, and then we are arriving at approximately 102 to 101.9. It sounds like it's very close to each other, but for the dollar index, which moves just much slower, this is pretty okay. That would also then coincide with a lot of volume or trading candles here on the left. Of course, if we bounce off much earlier, it just shows strength for the dollar, and therefore risk assets will sell off like crypto and stocks. But right now, maybe we bounce one or two more times up, and then we continue to rise to the upside. This again is on the hourly, so don't get mistaken. I still think that eventually we need to go much higher, and then I'm really aiming for that approximately 110. So that will take another couple of weeks, but this was the first bigger move measured from this high to this low to the golden pocket, and that was actually also one that I already mentioned, I think early this week or even last week already, that is really what I'm looking out for. But after hitting the golden pocket in such a crucial level, you want to see a little bit of a retracement. The sooner we bounce up, the stronger the dollar is, and therefore you really need to hedge yourself, like I said, with the risk assets going long or short, inverse of what the dollar index is doing. This was then the 12 minutes so far. We are not really loading. Okay, unfortunately, if else I could have showed you in this video, but actually I also really need to get going after this. Yeah, so far it has not really played out. Like I said, we're at the golden pocket. Not a lot has changed compared to yesterday. If you are looking for a long, then I would say wait really for the reversal signs. Like really a bullish divergence playing out, or that we are at a critical level, for example like a golden pocket, or maybe a value area low. That would be even better. If we're taking liquidity from the bottom, then that would absolutely be a nice trade, but we can also of course dump down pretty fast, so just be careful for that. Alright guys, that will be it for now. If you like the content, again, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, click on the bell, click, and also if you don't miss anything, leave me a comment, share the video with your friends if you think that's useful. See you guys very soon again in the next one. Bye bye.